Hey guys, welcome back. This is my third video for the Python tutorials. Thank you all for sticking around for the previous two or three. No, I think it's two. Yes, it's two. No, I'm not sure. I think it's two. Okay, so thank you all for sticking around for the previous two videos. I hope you understood something. Please type it in the comments below if you did. Okay, so today we're going to learn about the input function and data types, part one, because there's also part two, as you can see in the title, but it's going to take lots of time combining the two videos. And no, I tried doing the whole thing, but didn't work out so good. So I split it into two pieces. Data types part one, data types part two. You can I I will I'm gonna create a playlist for the part one and part two, so it'll be easy to navigate them. Plus, I don't want to bore you with an hour long of tutorials. So, oops. So let's dive in. Yes. Yes. So now, what is the input function? The input function takes in the input from a user. Quite simple enough. Says it in the function name. And any values are good, which means they won't result in an error, except in some cases. And they can be assigned to variables. So some of you may be thinking, what? A variable assigned to a function? That's kind of like doing x is equal to print. But we're gonna see how it does in this video. 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 Okay. Yes, I thought I saw something. Never mind. So we want to create an input. Now we can just see this in input 5. Let's just see what happens. Nothing. But we just type 5. Hmm. Now let's just try this. Input. Hello. What is your name? Nothing happens. The program just executes. But watch. Remember before comments? Oops. Remember comments from before? Let's just see what happens. So as you can see after the file, like the C drive on my computer, it prints this. The PSC colon user slash puho. Wait, but before it didn't print it at the end. What happened? Wait, let's make it easier. It didn't print it, but it's letting me type in here. Let's click enter. Now it appears. What just happened? Right? Kind of hard to understand, but here it is. It's actually waiting for me to enter something in. So if I just do x is equal to input, it's asking me something. So if I just type puho, nothing happens. But it gets assigned to x. So let's just see how to debug this. This may be new. You click this, the line that you want to debug, go over here with the bug, run and debug. Now you click Python file. So now it says this. This means it's the line that it's running on. Now you have to click this button, step over, or F10. Now it's asking me to enter something, but it's not letting me skip because I need to enter. If I just type puho, that's it. See? Which means it's actually waiting for me. But I assigned this to X. So what happens if I print X? Asking me my name? Puho. I printed Puho back. Wow. Let's try it again. Um maybe green arrow. Yeah, printed it back. So basically, what it did, it asked me for an input. It gave me a little question. Hello, what is your name? And when I answered it, I typed Puho and green arrow, which means it got assigned to X. So X is now green arrow and Puho. Now it's printing X, which is the same two values. So pretty simple. But these are strings. Can I work with integers? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Printed it back. Nothing that hard, nothing that easy. I messed stuff up. Why? So that's basically an input function. Input function works so much better in games. Like I made a few games, a guess game, a cricket game. Um, the cricket game was made using PY, tic tac toe. These are all using the input function. So we're going to learn how to make those games in another video, the pro video. Ooh, as you can see, Python is a pretty fun language. Now, what are data types? Which is the second part. No, not really the second part, but the second topic. Yes, that's the word. Woo, I did it. Good boy. Big brain. What are data types? Data types are any piece of data. Simple enough. And they can allow operations to perform on it. So now, some of you may be thinking, what operations? But we are going to see that in the next slide. And these are some values. Integers, floats, complex, strings, booleans, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Yep, all of them. So now some of you may be thinking, why integers, floats, complex are complex? Nope, complex is simple. And then booleans. What? List. Maybe. Tuple. Oh my god. Set. Hmm. Dictionary. I hate English. I'm, I'm kidding. So now we're gonna see all of them in action after the slide. Now this is an important function, the type. So what does a type function do? It prints the type of the value inserted. Nothing that hard. So let's see it in action. Let's just say print type of 2. Now 2 is an integer. So what it should print is int. What about 0? It's also an integer. What about negative? Whoops, I added a number. Me a letter. Also an integer. Now, let's just do a string. A. Now, what about this? This is a string, but this is a integer too. It prints a string because it's surrounded by no. Uh, uh, um, what do you call it? Apostrophes? No, colons? No. Quotes. Yes, quotes. That's the word I'm looking for. Quotes. We can also do more like true and so on and so forth. But we're gonna discuss them a bit later. Okay. Now we know the type of the value inserted. Now we want to see integers. Integers are any whole number. Yeah, you might have learned about it in math. Sorry, my headphones keep on falling off. I'm so sorry. Okay, so integers. You may have learned about it in math class, maybe 5th grade. It's all about the negatives, the neutral, and the positive. The negatives from it's 0 and less, neutral 0, and positive is 0 or more. Okay. Sorry for pausing. My throat is itchy today. Okay. So, integers. Integers are any whole number, like what I said before. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my camera. Good. Now, now what can you do? Remember when I said here, can allow operations to perform on it? Here it is. Operations can be performed. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and this. Oops. And this. And this. Some of you may be thinking, wait, what is this? But we're gonna explain it in this second. Print oops, 5 plus 10. These two are integers and we're performing the plus operation. Printed 15. Now, what about 5 minus 10? Negative 5. What about times 10? 50. Now, what about divided by 10? Half. But now we have to do this. But remember, this means multiplication. So what does this mean? Actually, let's make it simpler. I'm going to put a 2 here and a 3 here. But let's just say I remove this. 6. What just happened? What's going on? So this means to the power of. So this denotes as 2 to the power of 3. I know, brilliant. Now we're gonna have a problem at the end of this. It's okay if you don't know it, but it might help. Floats. Now, floats are decimals. No, not the decimal number system, the one that we use. It's not, but the decimal number system consists of integers, but we already discussed it. So what are floats? Decimals, the one with a period in them. So now, what operations can you do? It's literally the same operations. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and to the power of, or exponents, yes. Now let's see them in action. Print, maybe 1.3 plus 3.1. So as you can see, Python is a good boy calculator. Woohoo! Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know what got it into me. So it added them correctly. So now let's just try subtraction. Good. Work. Now multiplication. Good. I am not gonna write it down on paper. Nope. Division. I am seriously not doing that. No, 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 please. I do not want to do it. I'll do everything else except that, please. Yeah. So, it worked. Simple so far. Just please type it in the comments below after you're done with the video if you think this is simple or if you may need more help. I might post another video um deeply describing all of them like easier. Or if you want to know more about something, I might reply. Now, complex. Since some of you may be thinking right now, complex. An excuse to my parents so that I can pretend that I won't understand them. Now, that won't work. Complex is simple, and simple is simple. So everything is simple. Logic. I'm kidding. Sorry, I can't contain my laughter. Okay, complex. Complex numbers. They're literally that simple. It's in the form of xj plus y. So kind of like slope, which is mx plus b. And you don't have to understand it. Most famous most famous coding and jobs don't require you to know complex numbers. You just need to know the basics of it. So it's in the form of xj plus y. print number xj for plus y. So let's just say 5j plus 2. But but there's a letter here. So shouldn't we surround it by um a posh I keep forgetting them. Quotes, right? But here's the thing, you don't because it's complex. So if you highlight over the J, if you wait, if you highlight over the 5J, it'll say complex, which means you're good to go. Printed as 2 plus 5J. Now this is the actual notation, but it's okay if you do it like this. I love it this way with the variable first and then the number after. So that's basically it. Oh, and the number before the J is the imaginary number, which is J dot im is the imaginary number, and the number after the um plus sign, like the no, like the one with no, the one. Uh, Let me rephrase it again. So the what? So the coefficient of J, which is the number before. Okay, the coefficient of J is the imaginary number, and the one that's not the coefficient is the real number. Now, strings. Now the strings must be put in quotes. We've done that before, and it has limited operations. So we're just gonna do a quick briefing about it. Um, let's just say x is equal to hello, and y is equal, oops, world. Now let's try to add them together. Now, some of you may be thinking, wait, doesn't addition only work with um integers, floats, and complex? But here's the thing, it doesn't need to. Forgetting to print. I'm also scared of clicking the stop share below here. That happened before. It was not good. Hello world. So basically did it. We can also replace this with x plus y. Good. It printed it out. Woo! Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I'm acting so depressed today. So it printed it out. Good. That's basically it. Oh, and there's also another way. Let's just say y is 10. Now, what happens if we multiply it? Will it print an error or will it do something else? Dun, dun, dun. Hello world, hello world. So if you count it, it actually happens 10 times. The same exact thing. So now you might have understand it. Okay, so it gets hello world and does it 10 times, prints it 10 times. So if we change this, so um Minecraft prints Minecraft. If we print it 2 times, then it's just Minecraft. Simple. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now booleans. Now after this slide it's a plot problem because after this there's gonna be quite a lot to discuss. So I'm splitting it up as I said before. Then it's the final challenge. Booleans. So booleans are true and false values. So it's basically the multiple choice questions that ask you true and false. The Kahoot, like some slides of the Kahoot. Maybe Pear Deck if you know about it. Um, yeah, I do it in school. And true and false values. So it's like the multiple choice questions on your test. Sorry if I'm repeating it. I just don't know what's gotten into me today. It's like the ones that is lipids. Mm, mm, let me rephrase that again. Is photosynthesis from plants true or false? True. Now, important. Choose 1 and false or 0. Let's see them. Print true is equal to true. Why is it highlighted in red? Ah, syntax error. Cannot contain assignment. But remember x is equal to 10? Because this is assigning. 1 equal to means assigning. If we add 2 equals to, then it's checking if it's true or false. So if we add an equal, it's true. Because true is true. What is true false? It's false. Is false false? Is false equal to false? True. Yes, it's very confusing. But remember what we, now let's do something else. 1 is equal to 10 minus 9. Mm, yeah, because we forgot this. Prints true because 10 minus 9 is 1. Now what about this? What about this? 0 to the power of 0, mm, times 5 minus 4. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. True, because 0 to the power of 0 is 1, 1 times 5 is 5, 5 minus 4 is 1, and 1 is 1. So now, remember what we said before if true is 1 and false is 0? And the true, because true gets replaced with 1, and then it does that. What about false? And did false because false gets replaced with 0. Now, what about true and 0 here? Printed false because true gets replaced with 1. Now, what about false here? True because false gets replaced with 0. Now, you can do the same thing in the previous order. Doesn't really matter. Now, that's basically it for booleans. But if you like I said before, if you need any help, please type it in the comments below. I was about to say description. Oh my god. Now please type it in the I was about to say it again. Please type it in the comments below. Good. And I will reply to your answers. I might. Okay? I might reply to your answers as ASAP. Now, ready for the problem? I'm ready to problem. Woo woo woo. Not a problem. Make a small program to ask the user for a number, add 5 to it, and make it print the result. The solution will be explained in a few seconds. I recommend you trying to attempt the problem first, before looking at the solutions. If you find it out, great. If you want, you may look at my solution to see if mine's easier or if I did it in a different way. So basically what the very easy to read box is saying um is let's say you just find the answer yourself and find out to do it. Good job. But just stick around to see my solution. It might be different, it might be easier. If you're ahead, like if you know loops, if else functions, classes, then you can try to use your way because this one might be easier. But before we do the problem, let's just see something. It's going to be near the bottom. This will help. This is what we're going to use, the int. The rest will be explained in the next video. So the int, let's just see. Now let's just say we have x is equal to 1, 2, 3. This is a string because type of x. Oh, my keyboard almost fell. Now printed a string. Good, because it is a string. But now let's just say we do int of x. Nothing happens. Now let's just print it again. Hmm. Nothing again. Now let's just do type of x. Hmm. er, String. But what did this do? The thing is, we had to do x is equal to int of x again. Change to int. Because as you can see, this was a string. And then we're printing this type of x, which is a string. And then we're changing the string into an integer, which means we're taking the what do you call it? Oh, ah, quotes out, and we're printing the type, which is an int. So as you can see, this function actually removes it. Now, what if we replace it with ABC? This is if we remove it, it's not going to be an integer. It prints an error because it's an invalid. It's not. Even if we remove this, it's not going to be an integer. That's the hint. So let's see. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pause the video and try to solve it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Okay, so I hope you pause the video. If you still haven't, pause it and try to solve it. Or if you're getting confused, try to find the answer out. Okay? I So it says make a small program to ask the user for a number, add 5 to it, and make it print the result. Now, first step. What is the first step? Ask the user for a number. Now we can just do x is no input. Give me a number. And I will add 5 to it. But remember, we need to assign it to a variable. Oops. Give me a number now. We'll have maybe 10. But it's done because we're not because it ends there. So now we want to add 5 to it. It's simple. Actually, there's different ways. You can do x is equal to x plus 5. Now, mathematicians, this does not make any sense because x cannot equal to something plus 5 or plus anything except 0 or divided by 1. Uh, I'm kind of a mathematician myself, per se. Mm, so now add 5 to it. So what it does is that, let's just say I enter a value, like maybe 10. And if I enter it, it says this. But before we do this, let's just see. I added 10. So isn't it supposed to do 10 plus 5 is 15 and then assign x to 15? But no, it says can only concatenate string, not int. Because let's just do a little experiment here. Type of x. Let's see what happens. And it says int string. What? But we cannot add a string and an integer together because remember what I said here about converting it. Ah, there's the mines. Now let's just do x is equal to int of x. Now let's try it. Print the type of x. Now let's just say -5. It's an integer. Woo! So now we can perform operations on it. Yay! We're gonna print the x plus 5. Maybe 10? Good. Now let's just customize this. Customize this little calculator. Print. Welcome to insert name here. Um, mm, um, trying to look cool. Insert name here. Oops. Insert name here's calculator. This will add 5 to it. Say it yourself. No, yourself. Okay? Now let's just see what happens. Welcome to insert in here's calculator. This will add 5 to it. Try it yourself. Now, what should a number be? Maybe 6? Good, 11. But let's just say we do 4.9. Printed an error. But why? Because 4.9 is a float, not an integer. So as you can see, this is the perfect solution because it's asking it for an integer. Let's make it easier. So that's basically it. There are other ways to do this, but this is one of the simplest ways. And for the final goodbye, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you learned a lot from this. Please type it in the comments. Yes, I did it. Please type it in the comments below if you liked my video. And please like it and subscribe. Um, and also tell me if I can improve it. Like give me some suggestions and stuff. And also, like I said, smash that like button and subscribe below. Yes, I did it. And I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much. And I hope you stick around for Python tutorials part 2 of the input function and data types. Thank you. Bye.